Hey there guys, and welcome back to Alex Invests. For those of you who don't know, I'm Alex. I'm a business owner with a degree in economics, and I've been investing since I was 18 years old. Today, the US stock market is closed because of Thanksgiving, but the Canadian market is open and we remain trading. The Canadian stock market is a little bit mixed today, and that is why we stuck with a little bit of an orange sign, sort of a similar color from yesterday, we had to. There's a couple things I want to go over with you guys today. First of all, I want to talk about Draftkings today because I've been meaning to talk about this stock for a while, but there's been just so many other stocks to talk about. And then the first thing I'm actually going to go over today is some general market trends that I've been seeing in the market and sort of where we're going to be heading in the next year to 2 years here. But before we get into that, as always, please like and subscribe to the video, guys. It really does help out the channel and it helps me create more content for you guys. So some basic market trends here to go over. I see the stock market doing extremely well in the next few years here. I mean, we're seeing it already, we're seeing sort of big rises, especially like I've been saying in the hydrogen industry and the EV industry. But a big part of stocks doing well as well is sort of the vaccine news that's been coming out, and this is going to continue to have an effect on the stock market. And obviously once COVID is finally over, we will see another big run. Another thing is stimulus is coming out, right? And stimulus, I mean, we saw from the last stimulus check, the second it came out, the stock market just started rallying hard. And I see that again for the next stimulus check that's probably going to come out early 2021. And so we know how stimulus affected the economy last time, and that was when we were deep into COVID and nobody really knew what was going to happen. And this was basically right after the market had crashed, right? And now, this time stimulus is coming out, things are a little bit different. The economy is already recovering quite heavily, and stocks are basically at pre-COVID levels. So sure, some manufacturing and some of the other small businesses still need to pick up a little bit more to reach those pre-COVID levels. But as far as the stock market is concerned, we're already there. And that's one of the big reasons I see this. Once the stimulus check comes out and the people get it, we're going to see the next big bull run in the economy, in the stock market. Another really interesting point is Biden and the election win that he had. I mean, we're seeing Biden come into office here, and before Trump was very against this, obviously, but it was just announced a couple of days ago, actually, that Trump is going to be helping Biden into office. So that's really big news. It's good to see them not only working together, but Trump actually kind of helping out Biden to sort of implement some of his new ideas and new legislation in order to further the economy. I mean, I went over some of the things Biden's doing for the clean energy industry, and it's massive. You can go check that out in my other video. I'll link it up top here. But what's important is that Biden's going to have an easier time moving forward into his next 4 to potentially 8 years. And I see Biden doing very good things for the US and their entire economy, as well as even for the Canadian economy too. So big things coming there. So another very important thing to mention here, and I got this information yesterday, is that 82% of all stocks traded on the New York Stock Exchange are trading above their 200-day moving averages, right? And you think that is a bad thing, but actually the last time this happened was in 2013. And the next 2 years after that, the stock market rallied another 45% up to all-time highs in 2015. So I see a similar thing happening here in our economy now, which is another big bull run. So watch out for that and make sure you're getting into the stock market and try and get your own picks going, or pick someone's, either of mine or of another YouTube channel that you like. Obviously do your own research here as well. My channel is only for information purposes only, like most of the YouTube channels out there. But I really do think we're going to see some huge gains in the market over the next few years. So all that information transitions us really nicely into Draftkings, actually, which is an online gambling company focused on sports betting specifically. And I'll tell you guys why. It's because as the vaccine comes out and things start to open up again, including sports, we're going to see a big rise in interest in sports betting. And that's one of the big reasons I see a big rise in this company moving forward. Another big reason is because, again, of Biden being elected here and this blue wave that we're seeing for gambling regulation. Approximately 95% of states have already legalized or are going to legalize online gambling, and we're just going to see this number increase as we move forward. In Q1 and Q2 of 2021, we're also going to see lots of regulation that's going to be announced in the legalization of online gambling, and that is going to have a huge effect on this stock, and I think we're going to see a big run up when that happens in this stock. DraftKings is already in 10 states now. And last year in 2019, they were only in 3 states. So we can see how much of an increase we're already seeing in the online gambling space in different states. And we're just going to see that number go higher and higher. And this stock is going to move higher and higher along with it. Just the other week on November 13th, they raised their guidance for 2020 revenue. So it's actually going to be higher than they originally said, which already speaks a lot to where this company is going into the future. They've already signed quite a lot of team deals as well to work with DraftKings, and I think this is going to be important for their revenue moving forward because it kind of helps them solidify their spot in the online gambling industry. Another really good thing about this company is their automated systems and how data driven they are. This is exactly what we need for these new companies to be doing. We have everything online these days, and all the information and data we need to be able to make a successful company, it's using that data properly that makes the difference between a successful rising company and one that will fail in the future. And we see this exactly from DraftKings. They're using their data correctly. They're making their systems very automatic and quick and user-friendly, and it's exactly what we need to see. Alright guys, now I just wanted to show you guys the chart here quickly. We're going to start off in March here, and we saw what happened when COVID hit. Not much of a drop, and obviously we were only at around $17 before the drop. But after stimulus came out, right around this point here, we see a huge rise in the stock, right? All the way up to $40. And this was attributed to some other news too, but a lot of it was that stimulus. And I think we're going to see a similar uptrend when the new stimulus comes out. Hopefully in early 2021, we're going to see another rise just like this one, right? And then here we saw a bit of consolidation, a bit of down, obviously, after this huge run-up, right? And then again, we see another big run-up. And after at $64, we see it obviously come back down quite a lot. This was those few weeks that we had a big downtrend in the entire market. And then from there, obviously, went back up. And I do see this stock continuing. I drew 2 trend lines here, as you guys can see. And we can see sort of we're remaining in this channel for the most part. We get right to the top here, right? And then we come down. And we actually came past this trend line here on the way down and continued it all the way down to the $35 mark. And what's interesting to note here is the line at $36 again crosses over my bottom trend line here, and we can see from there we had another huge run up to all-time highs in this stock. But yeah, and then when we came down again, we see right here it wanted to go back up past that trend line back into our channel here, but didn't quite make it, and we went back down a bit. And here we're testing it again, and once we get past this trend line, it's likely going to stay in this channel and continue upwards past $64. I do see this stock at around $100 in the next 6 months, so watch out for this one, and I do still think it's a great time to invest in this company, guys. So watch out for this one, and if you're looking to get into it again, I would do it pretty soon here. Right now is still a great level to get in, or if you want to wait for the stock to get right above this trend line, you can, and that'll also be a great time to buy, because right now we might still be seeing a bull trap, although I think it's quite unlikely. Another thing to mention is when I bought this stock, and that is right around this point right here at about $42. And sure, there was more downturn here, but again, we're up again here, and I did end up picking up a few more shares actually right around the $38 mark. Because I knew this wasn't going to last, and we were going to continue seeing this stock move forward and continue seeing this stock make all-time highs, especially with the new regulation coming out and especially with stimulus coming out. Remember, guys, we're going to see another one of these big run-ups when stimulus comes out, and it's not just for Draftkings, it's for a lot of different stocks. And again, vaccine news as well. That plus stimulus, we're going to see these big run-ups continue in this stock, especially once we get back into this channel. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for the video today. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. You know I like getting comments. Especially, I would love to know what you guys thought of my technical analysis at the end of the video on the stock chart here. It was a little bit different than what I usually do, but it is quite informative to know these things. So let me know what you guys think about that. And other than that, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.